But once we have a property, the ultimate goal is to get it into a listing. And so inside of SAM, we tag into this listings section, and we can start to look at all of the listing details. Now, at the very top, we actually have the ability to include multiple listings. There is something very important about this fact. We want you to be so successful in real estate that you get listings again and again and again, and you get the same properties listed and sold so that they're going to be in the transactions database again and again and again. So you're going to have multiple listings under one property. Now, historically, when you are inside your properties database, you are going to oftentimes have a properties and a transactions database separate. And maybe there's even a listings database separate. And for each time you have a listing, it's going to have a new entry. And so you're going to have maybe 10 of the same property, and they're all just different listings, which is very confusing to me. You're taking up added space that doesn't necessarily need to. So when I built SAM, this was the solution. And this is actually from Mark. So this wasn't my solution. This was Mark's solution. And bringing him onto the team was just such a really powerful piece for building SAM, getting it to functionality. I just truly, Mark, if you're watching this, I'm very grateful for you. I don't know what I would have done had you not come along. I'd probably still be trying to build a SAM to maybe a fourth of what we have. So inside of SAM, in the listings database, you can have the ability to have multiple listings, so you can see that. And that's going to include listing tags, all of those important dates that are going to trigger those automations like we had in the contacts, like we have in the properties. Each of these areas has these because each of these areas is going to need the ability to start those automations, right? We also have marketing information. Now, the really cool thing about the marketing information is these are all built out by SAM. So just like I had SAM custom write that message, over here, you could let SAM create all of your listing descriptions or all your special features or all of the different things that you need for your marketing. You can have SAM do that. You're showing information, listing parties. Those are almost identical to all of those connections that we have where you can click into any of those specific party members and it's going to take you to their contact. Then you have your estimated proceeds, which is an area for us to, we just generally speaking gave you a rough estimate calculator. Hey, if this is the outstanding loan, this is your total percent of commission, what should you estimate your proceeds to be? You can also print that off so that you have the ability to send that out. This is a really easy way for you to do that. It's not perfect. It's not 100% spot on, but it's going to give you a rough estimate. And that has been something that our current folks have really appreciated having. Listing offers is a really cool area for us to add all of our listing offers. We can also go as far as comparing them. We can look at details, or we can click into a specific listing, look at all of the details, and then we can ask SAM to evaluate it. And then it's going to give us the pros and the cons, or we can add additional pros and cons that we can use to print out all of the details that we are sending to our people. Now, outside of that, calendar, notes, files, external documents.